Hey guys, it's Miko the Mighty here. Today, sorry if you guys can't hear me, but today, I want to do my Turner Syndrome video. In the past, I did two horrible Turner Syndrome videos, but, at least I think they were horrible. Other people didn't think they were, but I did. So I want to start off by talking about when I was younger, or when I first was diagnosed. I was diagnosed when I was 6 months old, but before that I had a whole bunch of complications and stuff like that. I had to stay in the NICU for 10 days. Yeah, it was 10 days. I was born 4 months or weeks. 4 weeks. No, not 4 weeks. 4 months premature. Cause my heart rate kept going down, and later that day they found out that my cord was wrapped around my neck twice, and then they saw that I was small, so I had to stay in the NICU for 10 days. I didn't know how to drink out of a bottle, didn't know how to breastfeed. I also spent my first Christmas at the hospital, and then after the 10 days I got home, I was good, and then sorry if I keep stopping, I'm just trying to remember like the way it happened. But then I was 6 months old. I was 6 months old, and I went to my pediatrician's office, and I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. And my mom had 2 previous kids, and so after she had me, my pediatrician was like, she's showing signs of failure to thrive. If you don't know what failure to thrive is, it's where a baby shows signs of not being able to do good and live and stuff. But anyways, I was diagnosed, and then as I got older, they waited and waited, and then when I was like 7 or 8, no, I was not 7. I was like, I was like 6 or 7. And they put me on growth hormone, which is a shot to help you grow. And I grew. And then when I got older, taking the growth hormones just got really boring, and I didn't like taking them, but I knew I had to. And then then I went back to my endocrinologist. Oh, by the way, sorry for not mentioning in the beginning. Then my pediatrician referred me to an endocrinologist. And so ever since I was 6 months old, I'm not going to say his name, I was at the endocrinologist and that's who gave me the growth hormone. And then as I got a little bit older, like 15 or 16, I believe. No, it was like 13 or 14. My endocrinologist wanted me to go on estrogen. And, sorry. And, so he wanted me to go on estrogen, and I took it for a while. Then I told my mom that it started giving me cramps under where my ovaries were every single day. Started giving me cramps, so I stopped taking that. Yeah, I haven't been back to the endocrinologist. I'm looking for a new one, and plus I need to get my insurance renewed and stuff like that, and yeah, then I'll go back to an endocrinologist. But for the time being, I'm still not on estrogen, I'm not on growth hormone, I'm not on anything. Oh, and 2, it's very hard to have Turner syndrome, especially at a young age, because there's 2 different types of Turner syndrome. There's classic Turner syndrome, which is the Turner syndrome where you have heart problems, you have a webbed neck. I know this is going to be TMI, but you have wide-spaced nipples. You have webbed hands and feet. Your nails, I'm not flicking you off. Your nails grow up instead of straight out. Yeah, that's what mine look like. They go upwards instead of straight out. And but with classic Turner syndrome, my bad. With mosaic Turner syndrome, you don't have a webbed neck. You have TMI again, wide spaced nipples. You have webbed hands and I wouldn't say they're like a slight webbed hands and feet. You don't have the problems that regular Turner syndrome people or Turner syndrome girls do. Oh, and a boy, if you find out you're a son or someone in your family has Turner syndrome, when you're pregnant and you find out that you're having a son, and then a month later you find out if it's a boy, and then you find out if it has Turner syndrome, chances are he won't survive. And even with focus. Oh my gosh. There we go. It's focusing. And with girls, with girl Turner syndrome, there is, I'm not sure, but I think there is a chance, like, girls won't make it or whatever. Some girl Turner syndrome babies don't make it. And, well, me, my Turner syndrome friends, Nicole and, come on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to angle the camera right. It keeps not focusing. But, yeah. With girl Turner syndrome babies, if you're pregnant with them, they might not survive. But look at me and my friends, my Turner syndrome friends and my Turner syndrome sisters. I call them friends and sisters actually. But anyways, there's a couple things. Oh yeah. And when you have Turner syndrome, it's hard because with if you have mosaic Turner syndrome, or even mosaic and classic Turner syndrome, it's hard to cope with it. You can cope with it, but it's hard to know that either way you can't have kids. Which I know there's other things out there like adoption and IVF, and other things, surrogacy, what else? I think there's a few more that I'm forgetting. If you know them, comment them down below, please, and thank you. But yes. Okay, what I wanted to get to about this video is, personally with me, it's hard for me because I want to have my own biological kids. And I know if I adopt, they'll still be mine, but I'll still be their mom. But not biologically. Come on, focus. Sorry guys, it keeps getting out of focus. There you go. Yes, it's hard for me to know that I, can't have kids naturally, I should say. But, I mean, I deal with it. I'm fine with it. It's nothing new to me. I've dealt with it for I think 19 years. Yeah. I was 6 months old when I was diagnosed, and I am currently 19 years old. But yeah. It's hard for me. Some days are harder than others. Like today is one of those days that are really, 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 really hard for me to deal with. I'm actually doing pretty good about it. I am not on estrogen or anything. Yeah. And, oh, and the only thing with Turner syndrome is that you're short-statured. you're like short for your age. And most people don't believe it, but others do. And if I'm not mistaken, personally, I like being short. Because I can fit into other places, like, if I have to, if I can fit into, like, cabinets and curl myself up, or I can just, I don't know. There's a lot of instances that I could use my shortness. But yeah, it was hard. It's hard. Sorry if I'm repeating this stuff, but it's hard. I don't know. I take it day by day. Some days are easier, some days are harder, some days are good, some days are bad. And especially, there's one thing, especially when I find out someone's having a baby, that makes me depressed, kind of. Not depressed, but like brings me down. I'm happy for them, but it brings me down. And yeah. And lately I've been going back and forth with adoption and in vitro. But I don't know. I'm young yet. I still have my life ahead of me. So that concludes the better Turner syndrome video, I guess. You guys, like, you guys can take this with, or you guys can use this in your own life, stuff that I'm doing, and I'm sorry if I didn't give you more, like, stuff about me. I'm very laid back about it. I'm very laid back about it and non-caring about it, but yeah. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up. Follow me on everything, and go follow me on all my social media. Everything's going to be linked in the description below.